order for let's spill the tea.
Oh,
What?
hello.
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 Oh my god, we're back for episode 60? 70? Fuck. I keep forgetting to check. Wait, I wanna be correct for once. I don't wanna keep saying I don't know what episode we're on. Episode 16, I was right.
To be honest, I don't even remember what I did last week for this podcast, so that's not even my...
What did you do last week? I feel like it was something I knew.
It was a location.
Yeah.
The week, so the week before I did the Whaley house, and
my
then...
notes app just started to update.
No, it's okay.
I guess banter time then. No, you did Whaley house.
And then I did something in between. What did I do?
I just went to upload. That one's ready to be released. What did you do last week?
Wow, now I can't. I'm gonna look on my thing now.
Yeah, what did I do last week? Did I do Frank Sinatra last week?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I did the Joshua Ward house.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what did I do?
Okay, my notes app is good. That was just really annoying because I just had it open and then I closed it to look at the calendar.
And then when you came back in,
I was like, why can't I click on the app? It's updating.
Booby.
All right, what you drinking?
Dr. Pete.
Oh, fancy. You got any tea? What emotional support snack do you have today?
Doritos. My tea is that Kelly whooped my ass in
oh my god
Mario Party because I was doing so good for once. I got the most stars I've ever gotten, and then she got fucking Luigi, and she beat me because she got 2 stars.
I got Mario too.
Yeah, but you didn't get any stars with Mario.
Yes, I did.
A star. You did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, either way, you whooped my butt. And then she kept saying, oh, but there's bonus stars at the end. She won both of the bonus stars, so then she just won by a landslide. So messed up. I was so mad about that.
Listen, I've been training since I was a child. I grew up on every single Mario game, okay? I will whoop your ass in every Mario game. I don't want to fucking hear it.
I was doing so good too. Oh, and then 2 seconds before that, we did that. My boyfriend gave me Gabriella by Cat's Eye on Fortnite, and we had to go through a whole decision about figuring out which K-pop dance to take off of my emotes.
Oh, yes. I don't even play Fortnite, so.
No, I only play it with my boyfriend, and it's only that, the music one, which is, basically Guitar Hero, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one I play, and it's only because he wanted to. But it's not bad. It's kind of fun. But I just K-pop dance emo on him every time.
Gotcha.
That's it. I don't think I have any other tea.
Okay.
Do I? I feel like I had more tea.
I mean, you ranted to me about your old friend.
Oh, I'm not even going to say that because that's... I feel like she's going to somehow find out about it.
Oh my god, I felt that though.
I don't know. I got 1 Tito strawberry lemonade over my break, and my face.
She got shit-faced.
I did not get shit-faced. I was not drunk. Okay, well, my face was just bright red because even 1 sip of alcohol makes me red. I don't know what genetics I got. My kids are gonna be fucked if I have kids with Paul, because he doesn't drink, but I've seen his brother and his dad drink, and they get really red. I get really red. They're not gonna be able to hide it.
No, there was one day, I went out to dinner with Jackson, his sister, and his dad. So we just had little family dinners to prepare for our Japan trip in the fall. And he and Kaylee see the manager of the restaurant next door to the one they worked at. And they're like, oh, we got to go over and say hi. And they did shots. Literally just 1 shot.
But why?
Because he was paying. The other guy was paying. He was like, yo, do a shot with us. And they were like, okay. So Kaylee and I are both already having margaritas. So Jackson, after just 1 shot of vodka, bright red. I think it was vodka. It might have been something else, but still,
Me.
just after one shot, bright red.
Yeah, literally me. I don't know why. What are those genetics? Because I don't think Native Americans get red like that. My
Don't
genetics
ask me.
just.
You gotta go
I
talk
don't
to your
know.
papa.
I don't know.
Maybe ask
Okay.
bear with no tail.
Maybe. Are you drinking something?
I am, but don't worry, I'm still trying to get us the sponsorship, bro. We're pushing it. It's not in the can, but I have it in a cup because I made a dirty Dr. Pepper with some vanilla creamer. It's not alcoholic, not that kind of dirty.
Now I want a dirty Dr. Pepper.
It's so good. Especially when you make it yourself.
That's how I'm gonna get wasted at our next sleepover.
Honestly.
It's a dirty Dr. Pepper.
But I haven't been drinking tea a lot lately because if you drink too much tea, the tannins are not good for your stomach lining.
Oh, so
if you drink too much, like one a week is not going to kill you, Corey.
I drink like tea every day.
Well, maybe don't do that every single day. Because maybe that's why your tummy hurts.
I think I take breaks. I don't remember.
Good. Then you're fine.
I do drink tea every cup like 4 days in a row, and then I don't drink it.
All right. But yeah, I was like watching a old GT Live of Matt Pat, and he was talking about how he was doing an experiment to because he was trying not to drink so much Diet Coke. So he was trying to have something flavorful to change it. And he had iced tea for a week straight. And he was like, why is my stomach hurting so bad? So he did research on it. And the tannins will tear away at your stomach lining.
Oh, interesting. I like tea, so that's.
Yeah, you just got to be careful. You can't drink. He was drinking 3 a day.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So don't do that. But then he stopped drinking the Dr. Pepper, and he was the Dr. Pepper. No, we're always gonna drink Dr. Pepper, the tea, and he was fine. That's the tea on tea. Dorito.
Here, take a bite. And the audience has to take a bite too.
Yes. Enjoy your bite, guys.
There we go. Yay, Dorito.
Doritos sponsor us?
No, that's never gonna happen.
No, we're never gonna get these sponsorships, and we're broke. Please. Girls,
do you have
choking.
I'm not choking. I was chewing.
Okay.
Do you have any tea?
I do have tea. Your bitch is employed.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
I'll bleep it out.
Oh, come hang out with me.
Right? Because it's fucking over an hour drive.
You might as well just come hang out with me.
Just come live with you.
Just live here.
So I'm still looking for jobs because this is an on-call position. So it's going to depend on just how often they need me, which is going to be a few times a month max. But the pay is beautiful, especially in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm officially an employed girly.
Yay!
Once again. Well, how since November. The job market's difficult, people. I have a spreadsheet of jobs I have been applying to. And a lot of them have just ghosted me.
Yeah, a lot of people get ghosted from jobs. I got ghosted.
I got ghosted by almost all of them except for this one. Because thankfully I have connections in this industry. They didn't even interview me. I just got an email with the offer letter.
Swag.
Thanks God for knowing people. Please, literally, I will never say this enough. If you work in a certain kind of industry like the music and entertainment and the fine arts, any kind of arts industry, you need to know people to get places.
Which is really sad, but it's true.
Yeah, so sometimes it's very difficult to get started. We were lucky that we started this in high school, which is this connection actually knew me This is one of my mom's coworkers. She works multiple jobs, some in the industry, some in my mom's industry. So she's known me since high school because of us doing shows. She's seen me like on the crew working. So she's actually seen me in the field work. So like she contacted one of her friends or bosses, I don't really know, and was like, "Hey, Kelly applied for this job and still hasn't heard back. I think she would be great for the job." Bam, I'm employed.
Yay!
Not even the job I thought she was gonna give me too. Like, cause if I'm talking about high school, where I'm talking about. One of two. Yeah. But I'm sure you could figure out which one.
Yeah.
Because I didn't apply to the other. But it's just like, it's great to know people to really help you out.
Yeah.
But
sadly, I didn't do anything with dance.
I mean, I try, if I see something pop up, because I just have like entertainment in general listed, yeah. I will send it to you even if I know it's far, just so like you can find the keywords.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm probably ever gonna go back to dance, but
you never know. You could teach for a couple of years just for funsies. I don't know. I don't know.
The worst part is that when I was in high school, multiple people from various like places, various competitions, various like a ballet company was like, "Your technique is near perfect. Don't throw that away." And then I did.
Oh my god! Wait! Sky just texted me. Hold on. They're like, "Why are you talking about your life on the podcast?"
Like, I'm talking. I didn't reveal anything important.
I'm bleeping out all the information.
But yeah, I still threw it away, even though like 10 people told me, "Don't throw away your near perfect technique, girl."
Right?
I just didn't care, apparently.
Apologies. Skylar is worried that I'm gonna expose myself on the podcast.
Not exposing ourselves.
No, Skylar, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry if I'm loud. We share a wall. All right. Segue time. So I said I was going to do a longer one today. But you were a little worried because yours is on the longer side too.
I wasn't that worried.
Or at least like banterish.
Yeah.
So I have 2 serial killers lined up. Pick one or two.
One.
All right, we're going for the 2-parter then.
Ah!
So it's not going to be as long.
Who?
Okay.
Ooh, I sound like a fucking owl.
Hold on. I'm going to preface, I was a little nervous to start doing this one because there's some... I haven't done a cult yet. And we already know that like cult leaders are usually not good people. So, and I know some of the bigger podcasts, some of them haven't even covered him.
Wonderful.
So, but I still wanted, I got my notes done a very long time ago, so I didn't mark where I'm splitting it I don't think I did. So it's just going to be a by feel thing probably.
Okay.
So just bear with me. Some things are not the greatest.
I feel like you say that every time, and then when it actually comes up, I'm like, cool. What does that say about me? I feel like that's not good.
It's being speechless is what it is. So, because I said cult, do you know who I'm talking about?
Well, it's either our homie that we don't like, or the bitch with the Kool-Aid.
It is not the Kool-Aid this time. I will cover that eventually. That I don't want to say is less complex.
It is.
But the notes when I do them will probably come across a lot easier because with the Manson family, a lot of things I was like getting conflicting reports on. So it was a little difficult for me to do these notes like
I'm not
6 months ago.
At you, by the way.
No, I know. Again, I did do these notes 6 months ago and then got a little nervous to release them on the podcast. So I do apologize if like I stutter or like I forget something. And obviously this is one of the stories that gets constantly covered. So there's updates and different sources and everything. So if something I say is incorrect, please correct me in the comments. Like, I am not afraid to be corrected. I'd actually rather you correct me on a fact I got wrong than let me just go through it and believe it. All right. Now, PSA done. Let's talk about Charles Manson.
Swag.
You
know what? I was going to say something. I can't even remember what I was going to say. You know who I think of when I think of Charles Manson? I don't know why.
Who?
But I think of Jeffree Star.
What the fuck?
I don't know why. But there's like...
I thought you were going to say Jeffrey Dahmer, and I'm like, huh?
No, Jeffree Star. And then when I think of Jeffree Star, I think of Sharon Needles. Sharon Needles is not a good person. I think she's one of the drag queens that is like not great. But like for some reason that pipeline exists in my brain, and I don't know why. I have no explanation.
I got nothing for you.
Anyway, you didn't even have to stop for me to say that. You could have just kept going.
Nah, I like it when you babble.
Okay.
So, Charles Miles Maddox was born November 12th, 1934, to a 15 or 16-year-old. Different sources set her age. Ada Kathleen Maddox in Cincinnati, Ohio. He never knew his biological father, nor do we to this day.
Oh, wonderful.
But the August before he was born, his mom married William Eugene Manson, which is the last name he takes on later in life. So his mom went drinking one night with her brother, leaving Manson with babysitters very often. Like, granted, I can understand teen pregnancies are hard, to the point where before Manson was even 3 years old, they divorced on April 30th, 1937.
Wonderful.
A couple years later, on August 1st, 1939, the Maddox siblings, as in mom and uncle, were arrested for assault and robbery with 5 to 10 year sentences. So, all right, crime already runs in the family. Great. So, with that being said, Manson moved in with an aunt and uncle in McMitchin. I hope I'm saying that right. In West Virginia. In 1942, his mother was paroled, and Manson was very happy to be back with his mom. Which honestly, like, being apart from your mother for so long can be really sad.
Yeah.
So Manson would constantly skip school, and his mother... Shit just shuffled on my table. I just got scared.
It's actually the ghost. It's actually a ghost.
No.
Kelly has a ghost.
I really hope not. My mom thinks it is haunted, but
I think your house is haunted.
All right, great. So once again, his mother was arrested, this time for grand larceny.
What the fuck?
But she was not convicted. She was found innocent.
Because that makes it better.
Yeah, don't ask me. So later on, They moved to Indianapolis, where his mother met Lewis Woodson Cavender Jr. at an AA meeting, and they married August 1943. So mom's remarried. Woohoo! I hope that's good for him.
There's so many people already.
Yeah, you need like little figurines just to
this poor kid's probably like, I don't know who my dad is. This bitch that I thought was my dad is gone. Who is this man? Like, I would be confused as a kid.
So, Mr. Charles Manson constantly got in trouble at school a lot for truancy and petty theft. Like, bitch was stealing the field trip money, I bet. Like,
probably. He was probably like, I want some Sour Patch Kids.
So he got like $5 because it's 1943.
Field
trips cost a quarter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think like Sour Patch Kids probably cost like 15 cents.
Right? I wish they still did. But at age 9, he said he set the school on fire.
Sorry, what?
So not only was he getting in trouble for truancy and petty theft, now he's in trouble for arson.
At 9?
At 9 years old.
No wonder this kid ended up doing the shit he did. Bro's lighting things on fire at 9 years old.
Oh, we're not even close to done yet.
Bro's not even a teenager yet.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to fast forward to him becoming a teenager.
Oh my God.
Right now.
Oh, great. Oh.
At age 13, he was sent to Gibalt School for Boys in Terre Haute, Indiana. It was a school for male delinquents run by Catholic priests. I don't know. I really hope it's not like Catholic school trauma.
Mom, pick me up. I'm scared.
So they were given physical punishment for the smallest infractions. So like, I don't know if like they were cleaning the floors and there was a spot of dirt, you're in trouble.
Scared.
They would get beat with wooden paddles or leather straps. Which like, ow!
Yeah, that's gotta hurt, I'm sure.
So he hated it there. Honestly, I don't blame him. So he ran away and slept in the woods, under bridges, or wherever he could just find shelter for the night.
Oh, okay.
He fled home to his mother and spent Christmas with his aunt and uncle. So he at least got to spend Christmas break with them.
Oh, that's sweet.
But his mother sent him back to Gibalt.
No.
Yeah.
No. Why would you do that?
Another 10 months later, he ran away to Indianapolis.
Okay, bye.
So he was like, I'm out of here, bitches. So in 1948, he would be 14, 15, about 14.
There, yeah.
I scrolled too far. My bad. This is when he committed his first documented crime. The arson I talked about later, he just said he did. We don't know if he actually did.
Oh.
He was 9 years old, so
maybe.
His first documented crime, he robbed a grocery store looking for something to eat. And then he found a cigar box with over $100 in it. Which I didn't give it. I don't know. It was probably like the owner's safe, so to say, like money box or whatever.
I guess, yeah.
And honestly, he was a runaway. He was just trying to get food, and then he found this money, and
yeah,
he ended up taking too much.
Why? Yeah.
So he tried living an honest life, working, delivering messages for the Western Union. But he turned back to theft since he wasn't making enough. And I wrote on the side, "Damn economy."
Yeah, the economy sucks now.
It still sucks now, so
yeah, I understand it.
Imagine post World War II, like
the economy. I can't even rent an apartment.
Right? Sky is even like trying to move out. And it's just it's rough.
I'm plotting. I need a new job and then I can plot.
We can plot later. Right now it's story time.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. Damn.
So he was caught in 1949 and a judge sent him to Boys Town, which is a juvenile detention center in Omaha, Nebraska. 4 days
Nebraska.
Oh, yes, Nebraska. 4 days later, 4 days into his stay, he and fellow student obtained a gun and stole a car.
What? Okay.
And they committed 2 armed robberies together.
I'm sorry? Okay. You go, I guess.
Hey, they needed money. They hated that school. So
the thing is that up until this point, like, I don't think he's doing anything like technically like that bad.
Yeah, he did steal a couple things, but because like he was trying to live.
Yeah, like up until this point, like I have sympathy.
Now I don't.
Like I had sympathy.
So they were caught 2 weeks later and sent to another reform school.
Okay.
This time at Indiana Boys School. They were reportedly beaten and raped many, many times. So even worse than that first Catholic reform school.
I'm scared.
And he tried to run away 18 times.
Oh. Okay, I have sympathy for him again.
And that might change later.
Oh, it's definitely going to.
So he escaped with 2 other students and they attempted to flee to California. They robbed many filling stations with stolen cars, which filling stations are gas stations.
Mm-hmm.
They were arrested in Utah and they were sent to Washington, D.C.'s National Training School for Boys. So, like, he just keeps getting sent to these, like, reform schools left and right.
And it's not working.
Like, hey, judge, maybe you should look at his past first.
Yeah, just don't put him to a reform school. It's not going to work.
So, upon admission, they were given aptitude tests. Manson was actually illiterate at this time, but he had an IQ of 109, which is, like, hella high. Or someone who can't read or write.
Yeah, that's interesting. So he's not stupid.
Yeah, he definitely he was able to plan things out very well, somewhat, in some cases.
Yeah.
So, by a psychiatrist's recommendation, he was transferred to Natural Ridge Honor Camp in 1951. It was a minimum security institution in Virginia. So he had a parole hearing that February, but in January, he was caught raping a boy at knife point. So this is when things start going downhill.
Where does that even come from? Like, why? Like, he just did it? Like,
so
I would assume it's probably from, like, trauma stuff. But, like...
we don't know why he did it. We can't really go back and be like, hey, man, why'd you do this? Why?
Yeah.
Can't really do that anymore.
No.
So the next institution he was committed to, he had 8 serious disciplinary offenses, 3 involving homosexual acts.
Interesting.
So I'm sure you can interpret that.
Interesting.
As you can, yeah.
Of my life right now, apparently.
Oh, totally. So, he was in a minimum security. Now he was transferred to a maximum security once again, where he was expected to remain until his 21st birthday, November 1955. So he had good behavior. So he was given early release in May of 1954. So like 19th, he was 19. So like not too early, but still probably should have stayed for as long as he was supposed to.
Probably.
So, in January 1955, he met Rosie Jean Willis, and they got married. So he has a wife, guys.
I dislike that.
So that October, he and his 3-month pregnant wife arrived in Los Angeles from a car he stole in Ohio. Yet again, he was charged with a federal crime because a stolen car across state lines, and he was given 5 years probation. Due to the fact that he failed to appear for another hearing, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison. Charles Manson Jr. was actually born April 10th, 1956, while he was in prison. So he wasn't there for the birth of his son.
Oh, that's sort of sad.
And then one day, Rosie's visits had stopped. She just stopped coming to see him.
Aww.
His mother informed him that she was living with another man at that point. She moved on.
I mean, he's in prison, but like that's still sad.
Like, she has his son. So it's like,
you could have at least had the decency to tell him.
Right? But 2 weeks before a parole hearing, he attempted escape by stealing yet another car. Don't know how. And then he was given another 5 years probation, and his parole was denied. So, September 1958, he was finally granted his 5 years of parole, and he was handed divorce papers. Like, hey, you're not stuck in prison anymore. But, yeah, your wife wants to leave you. Yet you knew that already. Here's the official documents.
That's so fucked up.
Right? But, okay, we're gonna start going downhill once again.
Oh, we go... Okay.
Like, we start feeling a little sympathy.
Yeah,
and then it just go back down.
I felt sympathetic, then it went away, then I felt sympathetic again.
And it's about to go away again.
And it's never gonna come back, is it?
So that November, he began pimping a 16-year-old and received more support from another girl with wealthy parents.
Oh. No.
September 1959, he pled guilty to a charge of attempting to cash a forged check from the U.S. Treasury.
Are you stupid? Okay, anyway.
Listen, his IQ is not helping him right now.
Probably not. I mean, it's like an average IQ.
So he ended up getting a 10-year suspended sentence and probation when a young woman named Leona Ray, nicknamed Candy Stevens, made a tearful plea in court and claimed she and Manson were in love.
Oh.
Yeah, they were married by the end of the year.
I'm scared.
And Leona has a prior arrest record as well for, do you want to guess?
Robbery?
No, not that bad.
Petty theft?
No.
I don't know. Larceny?
Oh, it starts with a P. It's something that really shouldn't be illegal. More just like
prostitution.
Morally, yep. Yeah. She got arrested for prostitution. I can understand why it's illegal, but it's your choice. Some people don't have that choice, but I don't know. Anyway, Manson took Leona and another woman to New Mexico for, say it with me, prostitution. Okay, you're not. Hello? Are you alive?
No. I'm listening, but like it sounds so wrong to just happily say that word together as like a pair. Like,
I'm trying to like not sound so like down in the dumps with this.
You're trying to lighten the mood, but you had to choose that word to lighten the mood. You're like, let's just say prostitution happily as a pair and pretend that everything's all happy and jolly.
Oh, it's not, because he's pimping again.
I'd rather say the word pimping happily. Oh, what?
He took Leona and another woman for prostitution to New Mexico.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
I mean, but isn't... I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
We just started saying sounds.
That's usually how our lives go. So they were held in question for violating the Mann Act, which is an act against transport of, quote, any woman or girl for the purposes of prostitution or debauchery or any other immoral purpose. Which, like, yeah. And you want to know the best part? I'm sure you can guess.
I don't want to.
They were released. And the investigation wasn't done.
Why are they released? If they weren't released?
They were released before the investigation was completed.
That's what I'm saying. Why were they released? I don't understand.
So I know now there's like a rule that if you're arrested, you can only be held for 24 hours.
Yeah.
So it might be a situation like that.
I don't think that was a thing back then.
That's the thing. It could have just been like, okay, we're not charging you. You can leave. Like, okay.
I don't know. Anyway.
Well, they were still arrested in June in Laredo, Texas, and sent back to LA. Which, like, they were on their way to New Mexico, yet they ended up in Texas?
I mean, I feel like those aren't that far apart. Isn't New Mexico right above Texas?
No.
New Mexico is where Breaking Bad takes place.
Yeah. Okay, so, like, if you're just going in a straight line from the like bottom of California, like South California, which is Los Angeles, I think, to Texas, New Mexico is in the middle of that.
Oh, I don't know.
So, like,
does it look like I'm a person that knows geography?
Geography is confuzzling.
Geography is my worst nemesis.
Okay. So, due to his violation of probation, he had to serve his 10-year sentence. So, back to prison. While serving his sentence in 1963, he was once again divorced.
No way he's on his second marriage and divorce.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I can't remember if he has a third wife or not, because again,
I think he needs
so long ago.
I think he needs to slow down.
But this might turn into a Ross Geller situation, guys. Like,
I think
3 divorces.
He needs to slow down. Take a chill pill.
Man is not going to slow down. Shit just started falling again. But this time it was my fault. Oh, not the yarn. Sorry, I was crocheting earlier.
Not the yarn?
I started making your granny squares, too. They're moons. I don't know if you could see. They're little moons.
Oh, that's so cute.
I made a purple and pink one, too. And it came out better.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I'm trying to make you like a celestial theme. It might just be all moons, don't get me wrong, but it's going to take a lot of yarn.
Yeah, but it's cute.
Thank you, I try. Back to the story.
We keep derailing.
That's just us, though. It's because shit started falling, I'm sorry. So he was released March 21st, 1967. And at this point, he already spent more than half of his life in prisons or institutions. He's 32 years old now.
Yeah. That's really sad.
It really is. Like, and he's aware of it, yet he's not, like, changing
He's not
his
doing anything.
attitude.
Are you okay?
No, I just got a text from Jackson. I was trying to read it because it's not his normal, like, I'm home text. It was like a, do you want to do this?
No, bitch.
He asked if I wanted Applebee's.
Right now?
No, on Thursday.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yes, I want Applebee's right now. Fuck you, I'm leaving. No, you're on your own.
All right, I'll just finish it.
Okay, so, quickly after his release, he moved to Berkeley, and he spoke with Robert Smith, who was a federal probation officer with connections to Haight-Ashbury Free Medical Clinic, or HAFMC, which, this is when we start talking about the cult. The Manson family would frequent this clinic a lot. Smith and HAFMC's founder received funding to study effects of drugs like meth and LSD. Many patients became subjects, including Manson and his female followers.
Wonderful.
He received permission to move to Haight-Ashbury, which, great. And he began frequently using LSD.
I mean, that's not the worst thing.
No, it's not the worst thing he's done, but it's just going to go downhill. I don't know if we're going to feel any more sympathy tonight.
Probably not.
So David Smith, who is the founder, claimed Manson's change in personality, quote, was the most abrupt Robert had observed in his entire professional career.
Oh, that's like good.
Damn. What did it do to him? So he studied a certain religion. Do you know what this religion is?
I actually don't. I don't think.
Scientology.
I'm dead. I just saw the TikTok of the people trying to rush into the Scientology building.
And they close the doors on them.
Yeah.
So, upon his release, he met local Scientologists and attended several parties for movie stars. He completed 150 hours of auditing and met his right hand, Bruce Davis. Shortly after his move to San Francisco, he met Mary Brunner, who was a 23-year-old library assistant at the University of California, and he moved in with her. This is only the start, bro. I can't.
I'm scared.
And then he met a teenage runaway, Lynette Frum, who they also called Squeaky. I don't know.
Why? That sounds like that's your cat. That's my grandma's old cat.
So, for those of you who don't know, my grandma passed away this past June. And we're actually coming up on a year at this point. She had cats that we were going to try to take 2 of them. I'm not going to say the name of one of them, but I will say it's the only name she would respond to. But that was going to be Sky's cat, and I was going to get Squeaky. The reason we called her Squeaky is because she could never meow. She only squeaked. And she was the cutest little thing ever. I loved her. She loved me. She was scared of everything, but she would just let me hold her and snuggle up with her. She was a good comfort cat.
I love kitties.
But we did not have the means to take care of a cat at that time, so she has a better home now. So, yeah, this teenage runaway was my grandma's cat, apparently. So, they convinced her to move in with them. So now they're taking care of a child. Don't ask me why. So soon enough, 18 females would move into Brunner's residence. They targeted individuals who were emotionally insecure and social outcasts. So people easy to manipulate.
I feel like you just called me out.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to. That was not my intention. And my crochet hook just fell. So during the Summer of Love, he was seen as a guru in a growing hippie culture.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. And then this is when most of his followers would be known as the Manson family. And this group was mostly females following him.
Well, yeah, because they thought he was some sort of god.
Exactly. But there were still some men, don't get me wrong. So he taught his followers they were reincarnations of the original Christians and the establishments characterized as the Romans. Okay. Because remember, when, like, cult leaders usually like to make things up like this and be like, you're so special, you need to stay with us, follow your path. Like, don't get me wrong, everyone's special in their own way, but not like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say not like that.
In the summer of 1967, some of the followers traveled to... Okay, Jackson just texted me again, I'm sorry. This time I got the I'm home text. So in the summer of 1967, some of the followers traveled in an old adapted school bus. Honestly, pretty eco-conscious of them, I guess. Like,
I guess they were doing,
saving
good.
that gas money.
I mean, we need to save gas money in this economy.
But I think a bus would be worse for us.
We need one of the mini buses, and me,
oh my
you,
God.
Jackson, Paul, we can all just get in the bus.
Save on travel a little bit. So they landed around Topanga Canyon, Malibu, and Venice, California. In 1967, Manson didn't wrap it up.
Oh,
he got Brunner pregnant.
Ew.
April 15th, 1968, his second son, Valentine Michael, was born in a condemned house with the help of fellow followers.
Valentine Michael's birthday is tomorrow.
Holy shit, it is. I didn't even realize that. Well,
all right, Valentine.
Tomorrow as of recording this, not when it's released.
Yeah.
So David Smith claimed Manson attempted to reprogram their lives to submit to his will through LSD and unconventional sexual practices to turn them into empty vessels that would accept anything he poured. So again, manipulation.
I feel like at this current point, this sounds a little familiar.
Oh my God, Corey, we're not going to get into that right now. Paul Watkins, a member of the Manson family, testified that Manson would encourage group LSD trips, but take less himself to keep his mind sharper than the rest of the family.
Interesting.
And once again, manipulation. By the end of his stay in Haight, 20 core followers included Brunner, Charles, Tex Watson, who is a former musician and actor, Bobby Bisoli, who is a former musician and porn star.
The way you said that, sorry.
I was like, at first I was like, what the fuck did I write? Because I wrote P star. Like I drew a star.
Oh. What?
I was like, I was trying to shorten my notes is what it is. Like, and yeah. I forgot I did that. Susan Atkins, Patricia Krenwinkel, and Leslie Van Houten. So he grew the family through drugs and prostitution and was arrested July 31st, 1967 to present the arrest of fellow follower Ruth Ann Morehouse. Which, like, kind of nice of him, I guess. But not really.
I mean...
Well, the charge was reduced to a misdemeanor, and he was given 3 more years of probation. which in that case, he avoided more jail time because a misdemeanor will not give you jail time unless you have so many.
Yeah.
So he avoided prosecution again a year later when the family was arrested during a move to Los Angeles. The bus crashed into a ditch, and they were all found sleeping naked by police.
What? That's in that. Okay.
I got nothing, bro. You ready for fun fact time, though?
Sure.
Oh, wait, sorry. You were going to say something.
I was going to say, we crashed the bus. Let's all strip naked and fall asleep. Or were they naked with the bus driving?
No, like the bus crashed and they were already all asleep.
Ah.
Or like...
So they were already naked?
Probably.
Having an orgy, I guess?
They were on LSD, bro. Like, probably. So here we go. We're going to have some fun fact time really quick.
Okay.
So Manson actually had some involvement with the Beach Boys.
What the fuck?
Yeah, during his time in prison, fellow inmates actually taught him how to play guitar, and he recorded some songs with them.
I'm scared.
But I say that fun fact because we do have some involvement with a member. April 6th, 1968, Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys was driving in Malibu where he found two female hitchhikers, Krenwinkel and Ella Jo Bailey. He drove them to their destination only to see them again April 11th. And he took them to his house instead. And the girls told him about the involvement with the Maharishi and their guru, Charlie. Gee, what's the Maharishi, you say? The Manson family. Yay. Sorry, I have to have that, like, Dora cadence to, like, lighten the mood a little bit. Do you know? No, I can't do this. After a recording session, Manson was waiting for him in his driveway. About a dozen followers were inside of Wilson's home. And he was fascinated by the Manson family. They became friends, and he housed the family for about 6 months. So, like, what?
What are we doing here?
Insanity. Wilson actually introduced Manson to many members of the music industry, and Manson recorded many songs that remain unheard. Because, you know, once his crimes got out, they weren't going to release his songs because you have to legally credit him.
Yeah.
Which, that's a part of the music industry that can get really tough, is making sure everybody that worked on a project gets the credits they deserve, because there can be a lawsuit involved if you do it incorrectly.
Yeah.
September 1968, Wilson recorded one of his songs originally titled Cease to Exist, but later named Never Learn Not to Love. The writing was credited only to Wilson. When asking why he didn't give credit to Manson, he explained that he relinquished his publishing rights in favor of about $100,000 worth of stuff. So, like, that's the other thing, like, if they relinquish their rights and it's like a signed contract, they don't have to legally be credited on it. Sorry, my throat's like so dry right now. And also the family destroyed about 2 of his luxury cars.
I'd be so pissed.
Right?
You're just letting that happen.
So Wilson eventually distanced himself and moved out, leaving the family there. All household possessions were then stolen by the family, and they were evicted 3 weeks before the lease expired. Manson sought further contact, left a bullet with Wilson's housekeeper with a threatening message. Okay.
What threatening message?
Yeah, I don't have it. I'm going to be so honest. So Wilson was aware the family was killing, but never told authorities. I'm guessing because he did associate himself with them. So he was nervous.
Yeah.
So after their eviction, they made base at Spawn Ranch. I hope I'm saying that right. In August 1968. They gained revenue by selling horseback rides. Like, I mean, it was a ranch. Like,
I guess.
go ride a horse. So, for women to receive room and board, they were given certain roles at this ranch. Okay. So, they had to do every and all chores. They had to guide the nearly blind 80-year-old owner, George Spahn, and occasionally had sex with him on Manson's orders. Yeah.
Okay.
Manson fixated on the idea of an imminent apocalyptic race war, and it basically evolved into a doomsday cult. I'm not surprised, but so he told the family that, listen, I don't agree with any of this, so please, I'm just reading quotes. I apologize if I don't agree with this man.
Okay.
I do not agree with what this man says. I'm sorry. Like, some of this stuff is a little fucked up. So he told the family that, quote, Black people would rise up and kill the entire white population except Manson and his followers, but were not intelligent enough to survive on their own, end quote. It's so fucked up.
I'm what? That's not okay. What?
So he then adopted the term helter skelter, which was derived from a Beatles song to refer to this upcoming war he was so worried about.
Ooh.
I still can't get over the fucking race war thing, though. Like,
That's an interesting...
It's an interesting way to look at life, buddy.
I don't know if that's how we should be looking at the world.
Yeah. So, on March 23rd, 1969, he entered the grounds of the Melchers' residence uninvited, of course. As he approached the main house, he met Sharok Hadami, an Iranian photographer, and his wife, Sharon Tate, who will be brought up later, an actress. Manson told Hadami he was looking for Melcher, whom he didn't recognize, and guided him to the guest house. Tate appeared behind her husband to see what was going on and watched Manson walk away. Girl got a fucking fidget toy.
I did.
I don't blame you. So we returned to the guest house and there met Alto Belli, the owner, and he asked for Melcher, but felt as if he was looking for him instead. It felt just off. So he told Manson that Melcher moved to Malibu and lied about not knowing his new address, probably to keep him safe.
Yeah.
And Manson had been to the property on many occasions after Melcher had left. Kind of sus, bro. Just
that's a little interesting.
So Tex Watson would get involved in a drug dealing and rob 22-year-old rival Bernard Lotzapapa Crow. I don't know. That's his nickname. Don't ask me why. Okay. Crow then allegedly threatened to kill everyone at Spawn Ranch, so causing some issues there. Manson, in response, shot Crow on July 1st, 1969.
Oh, okay.
Theory of the murder confirmed Manson's belief when a news report of the body of a Black Panther was discovered, which kind of was confusing because Crow was not a member of the Black Panthers, but Manson still believed they would retaliate.
Okay.
Which, like, okay, bro, cool. They set up night patrols and armed guards at the ranch, and they brought in members of the Straight Satan's Motorcycle Club as security.
That's helpful.
So I'm going to cut it off here because there is still a lot to go over. But this was basically the background leading up to the creation of the Manson family. But, like, I don't want to like really dive into a lot of stuff. I think ending it at like the first confirmed murder is a good spot.
Yeah.
And
then next week I'll just be getting whiplash.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Gacy all over again. Or it's just one after the next.
Perfect.
All right.
My favorite.
But yeah, that's the first half of the Manson family, which was still a very long one because we're at over an hour.
Yeah, it's okay.
Not an hour recording, but an hour on the call.
Yeah. I think it was an hour recording. I think we started like
that timer is when the meeting opened. So like when I clicked start meeting, not start recording.
Oh. I mean, I still think it's been like an hour though, because it's 8:30.
I talked for like 45 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we did have all that banter in the beginning.
It's okay. It was 15 minutes of like banter.
Yeah, I like to talk about myself a lot. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. So do I.
All right. Hit me with the ghost.
Where were you? Were you in California when we ended?
Spawn Ranch.
Where is that?
Let me double check real quick. Why are you in California?
Yeah.
I believe it's California.
Yeah. We're still keeping up the thing where I haven't gone to the same place except for my own state.
Yeah, no, we're still in California. We haven't left.
I feel like at this point I have to just keep it going, where I just never go to the same state until I get through all of the states.
Have I done anything the same?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so technically, Black Dahlia was Los Angeles, so
yeah.
Granted, he moves around. Manson moves around, but we're definitely Here goes Mexican. My bad. He moves around, but a lot of it's mostly in California. He doesn't start his crime spree like as an adult is California.
Yeah, that's what I like was.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So what are we doing in California, bro?
We're in Hollywood.
Oh.
Now this one doesn't have a lot of crazy paranormal like stuff. Like it's very basic paranormal stuff.
Okay.
It's still a paranormal place.
Okay.
But
wait, should I text Jackson back before I forget, actually?
Maybe. But
the fact that I have to text them on my iPad because my phone is my camera.
But I personally
I need to get a webcam. Or get my fucking MacBook fixed.
Pick one or the other.
What's cheaper? I don't have Apple Care anymore.
Probably just a webcam.
Right?
But even though this place isn't like excessively like crazy paranormal, I personally really like this place because when I was a teenager, I was really interested in two people that have connections to this place. So like when I was a kid, I was really into it.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me more details.
Yeah, I'm going to, but I'm waiting for you to
I'm a little lost.
Yeah. So before I start, I'm just gonna say that again, that it doesn't have a lot of crazy paranormal stuff. So it's not like the Whaley house where like, you know, like everything is freaking haunted.
Yeah.
But there is stuff that happens. But the reason why I really wanted to do this place, even though it's not excessively paranormal, it does have paranormal stuff that happens. But I was really interested in two people that are connected to this place when I was a kid. Like when I was a teenager, I was really into them. So then I got really into this specific location. So when I was a kid, I already really liked this place.
Okay.
So the building that we're in was originally built in the very early 1920s as a grocery store or a commercial space. So this was just before Prohibition and just before the Sunset Strip started developing as the nightlife hub that it is.
So 30s.
No, it's in the early 20s.
20s. Sorry, 20s.
Yeah. So it was just
Prohibition then. Great Depression.
Yeah.
I thought they were, my brain said they were the same time.
No.
Not the same thing, the same time, but.
Nope. So it's right before the Prohibition. So nothing happened. Nothing crazy happened in this grocery store. The building was taken over very quickly, but that's what the building was originally built for. In the 1920s, a jazz club called the Cafe Gala opened only a year or two before the Prohibition started. During the Prohibition era, the Cafe Gala allegedly operated as a speakeasy. So there is very little known about this era of the building's history because, speakeasies were meant to be secret.
Yeah.
But a specific detail we do see come up very often is that the Cafe Gala had ties to the mob boss Mickey Cohen.
Oh.
So is that for someone you would like me to cover one day?
Yeah, obviously. But for context, for this story, Mickey Cohen had worked under Al Capone in Chicago before he returned to Los Angeles to work under Bugsy Siegel. And then he took over Siegel's position after Siegel was murdered. And then he became the boss of the Cohen crime family, which controlled gambling, betting, and other vice activities around Los Angeles. He survived multiple assassination attempts, and he stayed in the public eye, mingling with famous stars such as Frank Sinatra. His crime family collapsed over tax evasion rather than any other.
This is starting to sound a little familiar.
What?
Just instead of Frank Sinatra, it was the Beach Boys.
But his crime family collapsed over tax evasion. Not even like any other mob things. Tax evasion. But then he didn't pass away until July 29th, 1976. So he was around during the time that my grandparents were alive.
Oh, damn.
But this man has ties to Cafe Gala. We have no clue what he did in that place, but he was a mob boss. We can assume what happened at that place. Mob bosses aren't known for their patience. So, besides Cohen, the basement of Cafe Gala is rumored to have been used for illegal gambling and extortion activities.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So the Cafe Gala was open from the 1920s into the 1940s, and then during this time, it established a reputation of the place where things happen behind closed doors because of Mickey Cohen. Yeah. So then in the 1940s, the Cafe Gala was rebranded as the Cotton Club, which reused the name of the Harlem Cotton Club. This place was still jazz-focused. Locals and famous people attended the club and still had minor ties to the mob. So even in the 1940s, there were still mob activities going down.
Yeah.
So then between the Cotton Club and the next shift, there were several rebrands that changed the name. So after the Cotton Club, it became the Greenwich Village Inn. Then it was Rue Angel, and then it was The Last Call.
Okay.
They were all just different brands, rebrands. So then in the 1950s, The Last Call shifted from a jazz club to a strip club called the Melody Room. The strip club became very popular, drawing in celebrities and other highly respected individuals. There are claims that Marilyn Monroe and Frank Sinatra visited, and then the club became even more popular. So nothing tragic actually happened here during this time as a strip club. But, strip clubs come with drugs, alcohol, money, lust. There's a lot of bad things that happen, So that kind of energy just sticks around, Even then, though, in the time as the Melody Room, people that would visit claimed that they would feel uneasy, and not because of what went on there. Certain areas in the strip club felt like it had a heavier energy. Maybe, because a mob boss probably murdered people in the basement.
Yeah, just maybe.
Then the strip club was rebranded in 1969 as Filthy McNasties.
Alrighty then. Great choice, guys.
That reminds me of
not what I would pick.
That reminds me of Jay Park's song, Freak McNasty.
Oh my god. I wonder where he got that inspiration.
J Park, sponsor us.
Sure. I don't listen to J Park personally.
I don't really either, but I just know that song.
Listen, we asked for aespa, we asked for J Park. Why are we not picking the groups we actually love?
I don't know. Okay,
Stray Kids?
But they're not gonna do that.
No, JYP Entertainment.
JYP himself. JY Poppy, come here. Sorry.
No. No, he's a good person. I just don't please not the JY Poppy.
Anyway, Filthy McNasty drew a more rock crowd.
Sounds about right.
And then again, Filthy McNasty's was rebranded as The Central, which
Can they stop rebranding?
Which went back to a jazz club.
What the fuck?
So then the venue was declining, but it sort of cemented itself in the public eyes as a very music hub. Okay. So it was a music place. And then the venue, The Central, lasted until the late 1980s before the final rebrand where this place really takes off. So this is where the story really starts, okay?
Oh, okay, we're getting into it. I'm ready.
Okay. So by the early 1990s, the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles was in a really weird transition phase. So the flashy 1980s glam was kind of fading, and more grunge and alternative rock was rising, with Nirvana and stuff.
Yeah, and Kurt Cobain.
I love him.
We love.
That's my man.
I have a Nirvana shirt.
I have 50 million Nirvana posters in my attic.
My Nirvana shirt I can't really wear out in public anymore because there is a giant hole in the back because it got caught in a corner of my dresser. So when I was taking it out, oh my god, you should have seen my black parade shirt. The same thing happened and it just went.
I would cry.
I did. That was my favorite shirt in middle school. I think Marissa gave it to me as a present. Hey, Marissa, that shirt died in high school. Sorry.
Yeah. So, besides that, big over-the-top clubs were losing their edge. So, people wanted more underground, more intimate, more authentic places. Mm-hmm. So, this is when Johnny Depp and co-owner Saul Janko took over the struggling club.
Johnny Depp?
Yeah. That's the first person that I was really into as a teenager.
What the fuck? He wasn't.
Johnny Depp. I had
not love him.
I was so into him as a kid. Anyway.
We still love him too.
That
man does not age.
No, he doesn't. And I fear he's a vampire.
He might be.
I think he's a vampire.
Good for him.
I'm fully convinced that vampires are real. And
okay, so when we cover vampires, we're gonna make sure to
Johnny
Depp.
We're gonna have a picture of Johnny Depp in the corner.
Yes.
Johnny Depp, confirm nor deny your involvement in vampirism.
Oh my
Please.
God.
Comment on this podcast.
Totally. He's totally gonna listen to our podcast. Yeah.
But anyway, Johnny Depp and his co-owner Sal Janko took over this club. So musician Chuck E. West pushed Depp to revive the space.
Okay.
So Depp wanted a variety of things to be special, because the Sunset Strip was already established. He wanted to make it exciting, different, so people wanted to come. He wanted to put his money's worth into this place. Mm-hmm. So he wanted a low-key private club, not a flashy spot. So he wanted it really low-key. He wanted it to be a place where musicians could actually perform up close. He didn't want it to be you were all the way up on a stage over there.
Yeah.
He wanted it to be you were on top of them, basically. And he wanted it to be somewhere celebrities could go without paparazzi.
Exactly.
He didn't want to make it glamorous. He wanted to lean into more dark lighting, very tight quarters, and wanted to make it slightly dangerous, kind of vibe.
Yeah, because if you have something that seems run down and not so great, no one's gonna want to camp out there.
So Depp took on most of the project, but Janko did assist. Depp decided on certain interior design choices that made this place special. So there was a small stage that forced an intimacy between the artist and the audience. There were black walls and dim lighting, which created a moody, secretive atmosphere, and a narrow layout that made the space feel crowded even when it wasn't. So it was very small. Like, he designed this place to be literally like sardines. Don't know why he did that, but good for him.
Because he liked that vibe. I don't blame him. Yeah.
So he said that he designed it on purpose that way because he wanted it to
say. Sorry, I had to bring up the trial.
Okay, anyway.
Moving on. I'm done. I had to get that out. I had to get it out the one time.
He said that he wanted it to feel like you found the place and not like it was marketed to you.
Okay.
So he wanted it to feel special, like personal, even though it was obviously marketed towards you. Like, he wanted it to feel like it wasn't. So he created the name for the club based off of old slang, which, after I explain, you'll understand it invited a very certain type of clientele. So, Viper was old slang for drug users.
Oh, Lord.
And it hinted at a danger, secrecy, and nightlife excess. And he used this to brand the club as an edgy, slightly illicit, and definitely not for everyone environment. And then the Viper Room officially opened on August 14th, 1993.
Okay.
Do you know the Viper Room?
Not really.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you're telling me Johnny Depp owns something haunted?
Yes.
I love that for him. I love it. That's so him.
Yeah. It was already haunted before anything happened with the Viper Room. More stuff happens at the Viper Room, so like it becomes even more haunted. But even just the mob, like, doings there made it haunted.
No, I feel like when Johnny Depp went to go, like, he's like, I'm not too sure. Like, there's just something like off about this place. Yes,
I'll
Mr.
take
Depp. No, literally, he was like, like, I just need something to like seal the deal. So, like, is there anything I should know about this place? And so the real estate agent is like, yeah, there was mob ties, and this place is probably haunted. Take my money.
He was like, of course, I want this haunted place. But, anyway, the Viper Room. So the club immediately attracted attention, but not in like the super mainstream way that you would expect. So there were a lot of musicians, actors, industry insiders, and then people were trying to avoid like typical Hollywood scenes by visiting his club instead. So some of the early performers at the Viper Room include Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Tom Petty, Johnny Cash, Oasis, and Keanu Reeves with his band Dogstar.
Oh?
Yeah. So performances were unpredictable, sometimes unannounced, and they were often very close up and raw, which obviously that kind of environment for music creates like a very distinct energy.
Yeah.
So like this place is haunted, and then all this like close up like energy, like all this stuff, also drugs. Yeah. People, this place is gonna have a lot of weird energy going on.
Oh yeah.
So this sort of close up vibe created a lot of, energy and atmosphere, like I just said, which was very different. Like this energy was very different from like other places. So most clubs at the time were about being seen, big crowds, they were very flashy. And then the Viper Room flipped that and quickly became a place where anything could happen because, performances were unexpected. People were doing lots of drugs. They were drinking. They were... From the beginning, people described the club as electric but tense, exclusive but chaotic, and creative but very unstable. So from the beginning, it was like not a stable place to go. this is the biggest tragedy to happen at the club.
Okay.
This is the second person that I was really into as a teenager.
Okay.
So, obviously, we know that people were doing some drugs.
Yeah.
You know, people were coming here to perform, and it was a lot of famous people.
Yeah.
So only a couple months after the club opened, we find ourselves on Halloween night, October 31st, 1993. So literally like 2 months after the club opened. River Phoenix, who was a rising star known for films like Stand By Me and his role as young Indiana Jones, went to the Viper Room in Los Angeles with his brother Joaquin Phoenix, who played the Joker, his sister Rain, and then his girlfriend Samantha Mathis. So the club was hosting performances that night, and River had hoped to possibly get on the stage and play music. The atmosphere is very crowded, loud, you know, a typical Halloween night. Even though it was Halloween and River should have known, he was reportedly surprised by how chaotic it felt. And despite that, you know, he was a young 20s rising star at a club run by Johnny Depp. Like, he was obviously taking various drugs. He wasn't taking a lot of them. Like, it's reported that he had very small doses. But he wasn't thinking about what drugs they were and how alcohol could influence the interactions. So at some point, he realized something was wrong physically, and he told people that he wasn't feeling well, which reportedly, like, according to, like, his family members and everything, he never told people that he didn't feel good, even when he was, like, very unwell. Like, his brother was like, he could be throwing up and, like, basically dying, and he will never tell you that he doesn't feel good. So this immediately put off, like, red alarms, you know.
Red flag.
I couldn't think of the word. Red flags in his brother's mind. So when River left the club and went onto the sidewalk, just outside the entrance, his brother followed him. And very quickly after leaving, he collapsed. He began experiencing severe physical distress, and people nearby tried to help him as it got worse. So, like, within, like, minutes, he collapsed, and then he just started having, like, he was seizing, basically. His brother Joaquin made the 911 call, which the actual call isn't disclosed, but, you know, he obviously called 911. First responders arrived shortly after, and then River Phoenix was later pronounced dead in the early hours of November 1st, 1993, at just 23 years old.
So sad. It is so sad.
The official cause of death is acute intoxication involving multiple substances, which is basically a speedball-type mixture of drugs that had adverse interactions and effects in his body. So he died of a drug overdose. And then in Hollywood, there was a lot of shock and grief. River Phoenix was seen as one of the most promising actors at this time. So, you know, it was kind of devastating to the movie industry. And then the Viper Room itself instantly became associated with tragedy because it was only 2 months after it opened. And crowds would gather outside in the following days, which caused the club to gain a reputation as a place tied to both fame and danger. So it became a very dangerous place to go. But, like, I was so into River Phoenix when I was a kid. Like, I loved him. And, like, when I was, like, 8 years old, I didn't know he was dead. And my grandma had to, like, tell me that he was dead. And I was like, oh no.
So, like, so you really like we're going through all of your childhood crushes. Like, Johnny Depp, Zach Baggins.
If you couldn't tell, you know, Johnny Depp, Zach Baggins, River Phoenix, I had a type.
You really do.
I had a type.
No, you still have a type, bro.
I do. I mean, I think my first ever crush, like, was Sirius Black.
All right.
So I was, like, 6 years old looking at Sirius Black on the TV, and I was like, that's my type, and it never changed.
Okay, I think mine, like, started to fluctuate over the years, because, like, at first mine was Avanjogia from Victorious.
Beck. I loved him.
Oh, and then like when I was in middle school, it changed to Jade.
Me too. Me too.
Elizabeth Gillies, I still have a crush on. Like,
no, it's like it's gone through. Like, hold on, it wasn't even just real life people; it was animated people,
right?
Too. Like on Pinterest, I literally have like a Pinterest board of my childhood crushes.
Oh my God.
And it's literally titled.
So does everybody.
I knew what I wanted from a young age.
Oh my God.
Okay. Okay. I'm dead. So, before I continue this story about the Viper Room,
okay.
Do you want to guess who the first person on this Pinterest board is?
Real or animated?
Animated.
Oh no. Is it a fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? Are we going back to that?
No. I'll tell you all of them because it's not that long. But who's the first person on there? It's not my first
Disney.
It's not my first celebrity. It's not my first crush. Okay. But it is the first one on here. And it's a Disney show.
It's Disney. Disney animated. Is it fucking Ferb?
No, I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
It's like a very recent like show. Like I was in like middle school, I think, when it came out. So I was like kind of old. I was kind of old to have a crush on this character, but I still did.
Is this like kids show?
It's technically a kids show. I'm
trying to think what was Disney. Is it like why? The only thing I can think of is the dad from Sophia the First. Or her brother, I don't know.
It's fucking Cat Noir.
It's Cat. Okay. To be fair, though, I started watching Miraculous like a few years ago, and I don't blame you. I forgot that he's Disney because he's French Disney.
Yeah.
But no, that Cat Noir is a ladies' man.
Okay, well, now this is what I meant by I felt like there's a lot of opportunity to derail.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Because now the audience is going to get to know all of my childhood crushes.
Not mine, though. Except for the one. The two. Okay. My gay awakening.
There's definitely some that aren't on this Pinterest board, but this Pinterest board has Cat Noir, Flynn Rider, Hero from Big Hero 6, and then Tadashi Hamada from Big Hero 6.
You couldn't pick.
No, I wanted both of them.
God.
I wanted both of them. And then Levi Ackerman.
I took out your painting today. I'm gonna finish it after 2 years at some point. Levi.
So then there's Nasa Yuzuki from Over the Moon for You, which is an anime.
Yeah.
Guido.
Okay.
Gojo.
Who doesn't? I got a Gojo pin the other day.
Ken Kaneki.
Okay.
Guwon from My Demon, which is a K-drama.
I think I gotta make a Pinterest board now.
Draco Malfoy.
Okay, again, so did all of us when we were teenagers, like.
Kylo Ren.
Okay. Fair.
Adam Driver.
Fair.
Beck.
Again, I already made that statement.
Akira Fudo from Devilman Crybaby. Jack Foster.
Okay.
Rin from Blue Exorcist.
Yes.
Undertaker.
From Black Butler?
The one with the really long white hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta say no.
Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with me.
I gotta disagree with you on that one.
Loki?
Yeah, who fucking doesn't?
I forget his name. Oh my gosh, I forget the character's name, but it was Brandon Lee in the movie The Crow. I can't remember the character's name, but Brandon Lee, which is Bruce Lee's son, in the movie The Crow, which is the movie he died on the set of.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sirius Black.
Yeah, you said that one.
Ichabod Crane, which is my favorite movie. God. Sleepy Hollow. Jasper Hale. Kurt Cobain. Oh, River Phoenix is right on here. Lovely. Here's the lovely pictures of River Phoenix.
Oh my god. We're just going through it.
Leo DiCaprio.
Again, who doesn't?
Yeah, that's all that's on there.
Right, so now it sounds like I have homework to do for next week.
Yeah, there's definitely more that I had crushes on, but I had a type.
You still do.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, back to the Viper Room.
We're going to be hitting 2 hours today.
It's fine. We derailed a little bit.
We always do, though. Just today, really bad.
Yeah. So River Phoenix's death is obviously the main point of the Viper Room. This is something that everybody remembers, but there's smaller pieces that create even more energy within the club, but it's not as focused on. So because of the size and the clientele, there were police there often, which wasn't uncommon for the Sunset Strip, but it seemed to escalate the already tense energy there. So they had noise complaints often. Police were called for crowd control and disturbances. There was a lot of injuries that occurred during crowd issues.
Yeah.
There were fights and arguments late at night that were caused by alcohol and drugs that added to the angry and uncontrolled vibe of the club. So there were arguments between patrons, including well-known figures, and it was hard to avoid that conflict once it started because there were very close quarters. Depp made it that way. But once an encounter started, you weren't stopping it, and multiple people were getting involved. So various drug and alcohol-related issues were reported within the club, obviously. People would sometimes become visibly unwell inside or outside the venue, throwing up, crying, shaking, sometimes on the verge of overdose. And then staff reportedly had to remove individuals or call for assistance on multiple occasions. So, multiple people almost died of, overdoses at this place.
Johnny Depp, this wasn't your brightest moment. I love you, but really wasn't.
And then because performances were loose and informal, some sets ended early due to technical issues. Artists occasionally showed up late or not at all. And there was a lot of overcrowding, which made shows difficult to manage. A lot of, grabbing the artists, stuff like that. Bad.
As a person who is a technician too, with super crowded environments like that, you are also going to deal with many technical errors on that side of the world. Because you're gonna have frequency issues you can't control. You're gonna have interference. You're gonna have so many issues with the tech.
Yeah.
Which I would never want to work there.
No. This unpredictability, though, was part of the appeal, but it was also making it very chaotic. So then, in December 2001, there were tensions over the ownership of the Viper Room, and then on December 19th, 2001, Anthony Fox disappeared shortly before a scheduled court appearance related to the Viper Room lawsuit, and he was never found.
Okay.
So this added another layer of mystery to the Viper Room.
Oh, damn.
There is a loose connection to a lot of artists playing their final show before their death here at the Viper Room. So these individuals include Kurt Cobain. He played there often. One of his last shows was at the Viper Room. Lane Stanley, which is was the lead singer of Alice in Chains. Scott Weiland, who was the lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots. But his death in 2015 was not tied to a performance there. And it was not immediately after he played at the venue, but people place him on this list because there were reported tensions during his visit at the Viper Room that created a long, basically avalanche effect that would lead to his eventual death. And then there are a variety of other artists that people claim to have played their final show there before their death, but I'm not going to list all of them. It's just too long. But that's honestly kind of creepy.
Yeah.
that like people will play there and then just die in various ways. Like that's weird. But even during its time as the Viper Room, the staff and clients there had small reported activity. So lights or sound equipment would act up during the quiet hours. So maybe before the club opened or after it closed, they would be setting up equipment. The equipment would be set up, and then shit would go completely wrong with it. Doors would open or close unexpectedly when no one was touching them, and people felt watched when the club was almost empty. So like it would be you and another staff member. That staff member would be standing next to you, and you would feel like someone watching you from another room. So these obviously aren't crazy encounters, but it added to the feeling of eeriness, you know? It was starting of the hauntings that happened there.
Yes.
So then Depp and his co-owners got into an ownership issue, becoming legal, and the club eventually lost its excitement. It had talks of turning into a hotel in the 2010s, but it fell through and is now just there on the Sunset Strip.
So it's just an empty building now.
I think it's still a club, but it's not popular at all.
Got it.
So now I'm just going to start listing the paranormal activity like I always do.
Of course.
Like I said in the beginning, it's not anything super, super crazy. But I really wanted to talk about the Viper Room.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So the most prominent, like, crazy thing is the figure near the entrance. So this is one of the most commonly reported experiences, and it's seeing a young man standing near or just outside the entrance, and he's often described as thin, quiet, and wearing casual 90s style clothing. Some witnesses connect this figure to River Phoenix, though there's no way to verify that, obviously. It's just based on the resemblance and the location of his death. These sightings are usually brief and non-interactive. The figure will appear, and then he's just gone. Me, personally, I want to believe that it's River Phoenix because I loved him. But also, I'd be really sad if he was stuck there. Like, I would love if River Phoenix was able to, you know, move on.
Move on.
But, like, I feel like where it is and how it looks, it's gotta be him. Like, it looks like the way that people describe it, it looks identical, and it's right where he died.
Yeah, like, it's probably him.
Yeah. Which is really sad. I would love if he moved on, but staff and performers have described strange things centered around the stage area. You know, technology isn't always the greatest, so some of this...
Believe me, I know.
Some of this is a little bit to me.
Sometimes it's easier when you, as someone who works in the industry, sometimes it's easier just to blame a ghost when things go wrong.
Yeah. So, like, technology things are, like, to me. But, like, I'll still say it.
So no, please do, because there are some situations I've gone through that we literally could not explain.
Yeah.
So I think it's totally valid to still just go through with it.
So there are microphones that would produce feedback or sound when they were not in use. So, like, they wouldn't even be plugged in.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know, weird.
I can't explain that one to you, honestly.
Yeah. Like, they're not even plugged in and they're giving feedback. How is a not plugged in or turned on microphone giving feedback?
Ghost.
But
let's play a game. Can I explain it away, or is it a ghost?
So equipment would turn on or off unexpectedly, even when no one was near the equipment. Which I think that could be explained.
Yeah, sometimes things misfire if you did not turn it off properly, or you're just an idiot. And you left it on.
So other people feel that there's a feeling that someone is standing just off stage even when no one is there. So the moments like that would tend to happen late at night or during the closing or setup of sets. So there would be no one backstage, no one anywhere, and they would feel like there was someone back there watching them. Which there's always people watching you, though. So a very common report inside the club is areas of the room suddenly feeling noticeably colder. So this is most often near the stage, hallways, or the back rooms. And these temperature shifts are often described as localized to just one spot and very, very brief, but very intense.
Okay, so I might be able to explain that away. Would you like me to, or?
I mean, it's just, there's a
How
variety
crowded
of
was
things.
the area? Like, were you feeling the warmth of someone else and then all of a sudden not?
Yeah, I don't know. Some of these things are like weird, but
yeah.
Employees, especially those that were closing the club, have reported doors opening and closing on their own, footsteps when the building is empty besides them, and sounds that are like movement in other rooms when they are empty. So these aren't very dramatic experiences, but they're consistent over time, which is why staff talk about them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So even people who don't report seeing or hearing anything specific often say that the space feels tense or heavy, especially when it's empty, and there's a sense of something lingering. I wonder why.
Yeah. I wonder why.
So the basement is not open to the public, but it is often described as the most active space. The basement is not open. I said that already. The basement is not open to the public. But if you remember, the basement in the old Cafe Gala is where the basement for the paper room would also be. So that had strong mob ties to God knows what they did down there. And even without anything happening, people consistently describe the basement as heavier than the rest of the club, noticeably quieter, but not in a calm way. Like it feels like something is just waiting to happen. What? The air feels thicker down there, which it's a basement.
Okay.
The feeling alone made many employees avoid going down there unless they had to. So, listen to your gut. Even if it feels like it could be explained away, if you get a bad feeling about a place, don't go there.
Trust your gut.
Like, even if it's like, oh, it's just a basement, no wonder it feels weird down here. No. Just trust your gut.
Get out.
Don't go down there.
Get the fuck out.
So the reported experiences in the basement include an uneasy, heavy feeling when you enter, the sense of being watched. So people often said that they felt like someone else was in the room, and this feeling starts immediately upon entering the basement. And then there's unexplained noises or movement. So there would be footsteps when no one else was scheduled downstairs, movement shifting in storage areas, and occasional knocking or tapping.
Okay.
And then objects would be slightly out of place over time. So items were not exactly where they were left, or they were moved to the complete other side of the room. Which, it's a basement, which has storage.
Yeah.
People could
move things.
Yeah. But they had brought multiple people in to inspect the wiring, the electric, the air, all of that stuff. And everything was reportedly good, not faulty or anything.
Okay.
It shouldn't have any malfunctions, but, that's just one precaution that they took. But that's something that people use as evidence that it's a ghost. But, obviously, because the basement had the most tragedy with the mob, it holds a more dark energy, which I'm not saying that means it's haunted or it's not haunted, but it's obviously going to feel worse down there. It's, the mob is the mob.
Yeah.
And that place is basically done.
Okay. Cool.
Like I said, there was not a lot of paranormal activity.
Not a lot,
but I was excited.
Johnny Depp and the Phoenix brothers were involved.
So, I prefaced it by saying I was basically just going to be saying a lot of history.
And that is A-okay.
River Phoenix.
We miss you.
Even though we were never alive at the same time as you.
Yeah. We can still miss them. We miss Kurt Cobain. Never met him.
Oh, I never met him. I miss Baekhyun, but Baekhyun's not dead.
Well, yeah, you just saw a concert of him. Like,
I miss Baekhyun.
All right, let's do our lovely sign off because we are about to hit 2 hours and I am exhausted.
Oopie. Okay. Anyway, our Instagram is Let's Spill the Tea Pod. Our Gmail is lstt.pod@gmail.com. Our current TikTok username, because we have to wait a month.
I know. I just had to, I forgot I had to like in episode 14, which is going up on Saturday as of recording this. I forgot that I had to do a little blurb being like, oh, that's not our TikTok.
Yeah, so our current one is Let's Spill the Tea .0304. TikTok chose that for us, and we have to wait a month.
In the meantime,
to change it
until it gets fixed, I recommend just using our link tree to get to it, or if you just randomly discover us on your For You page, which we've been having issues with the internet lately. Our videos are not getting posted for some reason. They're not even in our drafts anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and figure that out.
Yeah, we're not gonna just mass post like maniacs, because that's insane, and that's how you don't get attention.
Maybe I will.
Please don't.
I'm not going to.
Good. Anyway, I think that was all the socials. Email.
Yeah. It was.
Link trees in our Instagram bio and TikTok bio.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Goodbye. We spilt that tea.
Goodbye.
Bye, boy.